How are you?
I'm pretty good. You?
That's good. Yeah. How you feeling after your conventional deadlifts?
Oh, really good, yeah.
Yeah.
I can do like pendulum squat or something.
Yeah, absolutely. How about your bench pressing variations and all that? You
Uh,
have anything in mind?
can I just do dumbbells?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good morning. Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. As you guys could see, I just had an appointment with my personal trainer because he's gonna give me a new fitness program, like a new fitness routine that I'll be starting basically next week. So yeah, my goal is to practically maintain as much muscle as possible in the next coming months while I am on my fat loss phase, because last thing I want when I'm losing weight is to lose muscle as well. So I don't want to lose muscle. So yeah, that's what basically we talked about. So I'll be starting on that new fitness routine next week. For the rest of today, I have some really exciting stuff happening today. I'm just about to head out to get a Dexa scan. I'm so excited. It is a scan that basically can tell you about your body composition. So it will tell you what your body fat percentage is versus your lean muscle mass, what that is. And I'm really excited about getting this scan. This is something that I have been wanting to do for a while, but I just wasn't sure like how to go about it and stuff. So this week I just basically just decided to just do a quick Google search, and I came across this place that does Dexa scans, and we have like really good reviews on their websites and everything, like Google reviews. So I decided to just book an appointment. Currently we are pretty much 1 week into my fat loss / weight loss journey. I started like last week. I started my diet last week. So now is kind of a good time to actually get this scan so that I can then see my progress. With a scan, I'll be getting this scan every 2 months, but in between scans, I'll be tracking my progress with like progress photos, with scales and some like tape measurements as well. I did all these measurements last week, and I do need to do these measurements again this weekend as well. I'll probably do that tomorrow morning because I forgot to do it this morning. Like I woke up and I just forgot to weigh myself, but I'll just do it tomorrow morning. It's no big deal. But yeah, so the thing with the measurements, the scale and the tape measure and all that, it doesn't really tell you whether you're actually losing fat or whether you're losing muscle. So that's why I wanted to do this DEXA scan, because that's actually going to tell me when I lose weight. It's actually going to tell me exactly like whether I've lost, how much fat I've lost or how much muscle. Hopefully no muscle. I don't want to lose muscle, but it's going to give me a much better picture of what's actually happening, which is really important to me being an athlete and all. I don't want to lose muscle. My goal is not just to lose weight and become a smaller version of myself. My goal is actually to improve my body composition, and it should be, yeah, it should be good. I hope. I don't know. The appointment is only 15 minutes, so it should be quick. But yeah, I need to drive there now, and the drive is actually gonna take an hour. It's gonna take me an hour to drive there. So I'm just gonna pack my water bottle with me and just grab a few things, my purse, my lip gloss, and we're going to be on our way. So I've got my water bottle here because we don't want to get dehydrated, and yeah, we're just heading out. But the weather is really bad today. It's overcast, which is really annoying because I need to go for a walk today. Like I need to get my steps up. With a scan, I'm only gonna be getting this scan every 2 months because obviously it's pretty expensive. One scan costs like $160, and also there's no point, it's not the kind of scan you can get every week, because after a week there's obviously not gonna be that much difference. So yeah, but 2 months is a pretty long time, so I still need to be able to see some progress during that time, you know, because last thing I want is to wait 2 months to get the scan and then nothing has changed. I still need to be able to see whether my calorie deficit and my diet's actually working in sort of a short term. So that's why I'll still be doing things like progress photos. Traffic is really bad today. It's Saturday, for fuck's sake. Why is it so busy? Oh, come on. Yeah, I was saying I'm still gonna do progress photos, weigh myself on the scales and do like my measurements and stuff, just to see, like, just so I can tell whether I'm making progress in the right direction or not. Obviously that's not going to tell me anything about like muscle loss or and stuff like that. It's not going to tell me much about my body composition, but I still need to be able to measure my progress. And quite frankly, I should be able to see the number go down on the scale. I should be getting thinner as well, because my goal is to drop body fat and maintain muscle. You know, and some people say that, oh, sometimes you do a diet but you don't lose weight on the scale because you're gaining muscle at the same time, but that doesn't really apply to me, because I don't think I'm gonna be gaining muscle on a calorie deficit. I've also been training in the gym for 5 years, and when you've been training in the gym for a while, it's actually quite difficult to build muscle. Like, someone who's trained for a long time is not gonna build muscle as quickly and easily as someone who's new to the gym. So I don't expect that I'm gonna be building a whole lot of muscle during that time, especially when I'm gonna be on a calorie deficit. So I should see some weight loss on the scale and stuff. I'm gonna try to record the whole Dexa scan experience today. Hopefully they let me record, because I live in Australia and Australians are a bit funny about like recording in public and stuff. Like, it's really annoying, because obviously I want to create content for YouTube, but it's not popular here. Like, there isn't a big YouTube culture here in Australia. So like, compared to the UK or the US, for example, and I'm pretty sure most of the people who watch my videos are not even from Australia. They are like mostly like from the US. So hi. But yeah, sometimes people like, I don't know, feel uncomfortable and stuff. But I'm recording myself. Like, I'm not recording other people. I'm like, the camera is on me. Like, I'm recording myself. But anyway, some people like really weird about cameras and stuff, so I don't know how much I'll be able to record, but I'm gonna try my best to get as much footage so I can show you guys what the experience is like. And I heard they also like discuss the results with you as well, so that should be good. So anyway, I'm gonna focus on the road now. I'm driving, so I will actually see you when I get there. So the scan actually went really well. The drive there was horrible. For some reason, there was like really bad traffic there today, even though it's a Saturday. and I ended up getting there 10 minutes late to my appointment, which is annoying, but we still got through the appointment and we still did the scan. The scan itself only takes 5 minutes, and then basically they just send me my results via email. There is an option like you pay more and then they go over the results with you, like explain everything to you, but I didn't pay for that service because I can read, okay? I can read. So yeah, basically they sent me my results via email and I printed it. And here it is. It's basically like a 4-page report. So 4-page report, and it is interesting. So I thought I would actually share the results with you. Some of the results, not everything, because there's a lot of stuff on here, but I would share the stuff that is relevant to my fat loss goal, if that makes sense. So my total body fat percentage was 35.5% and my fat mass was 30.9 kilograms. So I weigh 86 at the moment. I weigh 86 kilograms and 30.9 kilograms of that is fat, which is what this means, and my lean mass is 54 kilograms. Over here in this box, it says that the recommended fat mass range for my height is between 14 kilograms and 25 kilograms. So obviously I'm a bit higher than that range, so by about 5 kilograms. So that's this, and then they also provide you information about your visceral fat as well. Now visceral fat is the type of fat that is stored around your vital organs, and storing excessive visceral fat is linked with increased like risk of heart diseases and things like diabetes and stuff like that. So my visceral fat was actually 75.3, which is normal, which is interesting because even though my BMI is actually really high, I'm actually in the obese category, believe it or not. And my fat mass is actually higher than the recommended, but my visceral fat is still pretty low. And that makes sense because if you look at this picture here, I don't really store a lot of fat in like in the center there, because that would be where my vital organs are. So I mostly seem to be holding body fat under my skin, because if you can see here, it's mostly on the outline of my body that you see the yellow. The yellow is fat, by the way, and the red is like lean muscle and the blue is like bone, if that makes sense. So I mostly hold fat under my skin, which is called adipose fat, I think. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Adipose? No. Subcutaneous fat, it's called. Yeah, subcutaneous fat. So yeah, I don't tend to store a lot of visceral fat, which is a relief, which is really, really good. The other thing as well is that I don't tend to store too much body fat around my abdomen as well. I hold more body fat near my hips as well, which is good. This is associated with lower risk of health issues, if that makes sense. So this was really interesting reading those results. What else can I share with you? Oh, there is another sheet here as well. That one here provides information. This is like a bone scan here, and it says here that I'm not at increased risk of fracture, like down here on this little graph there, which is good. This means that my bone density is probably okay, but I'm not gonna focus too much on bone density at this stage. So yeah, the scan went really well and I got my results. The process is really easy. The scan itself is comfortable, like you just lie down on this table and the machine just like work around you and stuff. You don't really have to do anything, just lie down, and it takes 5 minutes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now what's gonna be happening from now on is basically I'm gonna continue with my weight loss, fat loss phase for about 2 months. And then I'm gonna do a scan again in 2 months time to see whether I've lost body fat, and hopefully my lean mass stays the same, and my fat mass reduces. Now the thing is, there's a range here that they recommend. The recommended fat mass range for height of 166 centimeters, which is my height, is between 14 kilograms and 25 kilograms. So ideally I want to try getting in that range. So basically that's like losing 5 kilograms of fat, and that's pretty much in line with what like the amount of weight that I want to lose in those 2 months anyway. Like I weigh 86 kilograms and I want to get down to around 80 kilograms, so 6 kilograms roughly that I want to lose. So if I can manage to lose all that weight in fat, then that should bring me back into this normal range, or the recommended fat mass range, if that makes sense. So that's the goal. Yeah, my goal is to continue doing this diet or this fat loss or calorie deficit, whatever you want to call it, for the next 2 months. Ideally I want to stop after 2 months. I don't want to spend too much time dieting, because that can also have negative side effects as well. Like the longer I spend in a calorie deficit and losing weight, the less time I have to actually work on building muscles or building strength and, you know, practicing my sport, which is powerlifting. Secondly, when you spend a long time on a diet, your body will adapt. Like your body would slow down your metabolism, and yeah, your body basically adapts to that, and it starts becoming harder and harder and harder for you to lose weight. So I don't want any of that to happen, obviously. So I'm just gonna stick to 2 months and we'll see how we go. And in 2 months time, we're gonna do another scan again and just see. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. And what time is it? 4:30. Gee, this day has just gone like that. I guess I did spend 2 hours driving to that place and back. So, but I need to actually go for a walk because I only got 3,500 steps today, which is not great. I'm trying to get about 8,000 steps every single day. Not every single day, but on average, like 8,000 steps. So we're gonna go for a walk. The weather is terrible outside and it's cold as well, but no excuses. We're still gonna go. And then when I get back, we'll probably order dinner. Today we're gonna order takeaway. Like, even though I'm on a diet and trying to lose weight and all that, I still allow myself to have takeaway once a week. Like once a week I want to take a break from cooking, because I do a lot of cooking. I cook every single night. I also do a lot of meal prep. Like I cook a lot, so I want to break sometimes. So once a week we have takeaway. Generally that's either Friday night or Saturday night. So yeah, anyway, let's go on this walk before it gets too cold outside. So while I'm on this walk, let me give you a little update of how my weight loss journey is going so far. So I started tracking calories a week ago, because before then I was on vacation and I didn't track calories at all on vacation. I didn't go to the gym, nothing on vacation. So last week when I got back, it was about getting back on track and getting back into those routines that I had before I went on vacation. So I started tracking calories, but I didn't actually set any goals in terms of calories because I didn't want it to be too much, you know, because I got back from vacation. Not only I have to get back on track with eating healthy, going back to the gym, but I also had to go back to work as well. And it's just a lot, like it's a lot all at once. So I just track calories. I didn't actually set any goals or anything like that. And then this morning I had a look at the app just to see. And hopefully I've remembered this right, because I look at all the numbers. I don't know if I can remember it because it was this morning. But in terms of, on average, I've been eating about 2,800 calories this week, which for me, it's a little bit below my maintenance calories. So it is a deficit, but it's a very, very small deficit as well. So for me to lose the weight that I want to lose, I need to be around 2,400 calories. So my goal next week is to drop the calories. Next week, I feel like I can challenge myself a little bit. And to be honest, this week tracking calories and the way I've been eating this entire week was not challenging at all. It was really easy. So I feel like there's room for improvement and there's room for me to challenge myself a little bit. So I'm gonna drop the calories by 200. I don't want to drop it all the way down to 2,400 in one go, okay? I want to give my body time to adjust, because I don't want to cause myself unnecessary stress and put a lot of pressure on myself, okay? So yeah, next week we're dropping by 200 calories, which is not that much, and then I'm gonna see how I go. I also looked at my protein intake as well for the week, and on average I've been getting 158 grams of protein per day, which is perfect, on point. So protein, we don't need to worry about, like that is already on point. I don't need to change anything here. I just need to drop my calories by 200. And basically I'm gonna try to mostly reduce my fat intake and maybe a little bit of carbs as well, and keep my protein the same. The other goal that I had was to get between 8,000 and 10,000 steps a day. And I looked at my average this morning as well, because I keep track of all of this stuff on the same app. Basically everything is in the same location, makes it easier. My steps were really low. I only got 6,000 steps per day this week, and that's because on Tuesday I actually got sick and I basically slept all day. So because that day I basically got 0 steps, it brought my average way down to 6,000 steps. The other days were like Monday, I did get 7,000 steps. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I did get more steps, you know, but on average it turned out to be 6,000 steps. So yeah, getting the steps back up there, here I can see room for improvement as well. Like that's definitely something that I'm going to be trying to do better at next week. Also, next week I start my new fitness routine as well. You guys saw me this morning talking to my coach, my personal trainer / coach, and he's basically writing me a program. Starting to get dark, starting to get really dark here, but anyway, I start my new fitness program next week as well, and I'm also going to be doing some cardio as well. Now cardio is something that I haven't done in probably 2 months, and next week I'm going to be reintroducing some cardio into my routine as well. So I think that because I'm going to be doing more cardio next week, I'm potentially going to be, it's raining guys, it's raining, but this wash and go is not going to last. I just did my hair today. No. Oh, this is annoying. Anyway, I'm potentially going to be killing 2 birds with 1 stone here, because since I'm going to be introducing cardio next week in my routine, this is probably going to give me more steps as well, because I run. That's my cardio. So yeah, so this is what's happening next week. It might seem like a lot, but I'm doing everything very gradually, And yeah, so it's raining. I need to find a tree to hide under. Oh my god, this is bad.